Hi guys, my name is Oluburu Paul and I'm the founder of Golen. Today you are welcome to another episode of our Money Talk podcast. And today we have an amazing guest. How do we from the, is that North or North Central?
From the North. Yeah, North Central actually.
North Central.
Yeah.
Mr. Paul Rich. Mr. Paul, please introduce yourself.
Okay, so I'm Paul Hurricane, popularly known as the rich young ruler.
Amazing.
From Jos, Plateau State, Nigeria.
Jos, Plateau State. So can you tell me why the name? How did you come about the name?
The rich young ruler.
Yeah.
I'm rich, I'm young, I'm a ruler. Full stop.
Come on. Nice. Wow. Yeah. I mean, so our podcast is known to talk about money for young people. Mm-hmm. We talk about money, and it's powered by Golen, by the way. Golen, shout out to Golen. So, we want to talk about we can talk about money, how young people make money, how they manage money, what's happening in the economy, how are they managing and surviving. So you are in the North. I don't know so much about what's happening in the North, but I know that it looks like the North is kind of back, not up to date with financial education. Do you think financial education is really strong in the North?
In fact, I'm really grateful for this question because there is an ideology that goes about the North, that goes on about the North. Mm-hmm. That is not completely true. There is a lot more financial education in the North than you think. I think that mostly it's not just portrayed enough. It's not just shown in mainstream media enough. But then there are quite a number of people there who, have taken it upon themselves to reach out to the young populace, yes, the youth, and educate them about finances, financial intelligence, investments, and talking about forex especially. There are quite a number of traders in the North.
I'm sure that there's a lot of people there. They have money now.
Oh yes,
booking money. You just sit
there.
Wow,
true that.
Really?
True
Lovely.
that. Yeah. So there is maybe they do not have the right application, and that's why some of us are there, to help. But then if it's about funds, and how they trade with funds, it's quite peculiar in a very strange way. Most of them are not really digitalized because, as we know, literacy level down south and west is a lot better than it is in the North. So most of it is not digitalized, but they have their way of trading, mining stones, gold, diamonds, lithium, Yeah, so there's quite some
level of education and awareness. So how do you think young people make money from the North? I mean, we see a lot of, people believe, because I'm glad that you are saying all this to debunk the popular belief that it's only Boko Haram people do in the North. And Akada riding. Especially young people. I know that can be true. Yeah. I mean, I've met you. We met in Abuja some months ago, and I know a lot of people that have been from the North. Yeah. So how do you think young people are making money in the North? What do you think is dominant in the what digital skills or vocational skill is really dominant in the North?
Just like I was mentioning earlier, they have their very peculiar ways on how they trade stuff. One of the dominant traits of young people in the North is stones, precious stones. Precious stones are very.
Do they mine it?
Yes, of course. They mine it in the North. The North is full of precious materials.
Amazing.
A lot. I mean, gold, name them.
I thought it was only in Nation State.
No. The North is full of them. Of course, maybe they are not fully harnessed by the government. But then, a few individuals here and there, that's one very good way.
A private secret?
No. It's not. This is common knowledge. This is common knowledge. This is very, very common knowledge. Yes.
Wow.
Of course, some of the works, they are quite illegal. Of course, but it's very common knowledge. Everybody knows that these things goes on.
So they go more. So, but that looks like a good mine. Well, obviously, it's a good mine. Obviously. It's a good mine. So don't you think that might be discouraging them away from
digitalization
and even learning other digital skills like technology, like going to technology?
One of the mottos that I have, our brand, what we're building over there. Yeah. One of the mottos, one of the key things that we stand by is: if you don't let them know, how would they know? because they have not been privy to this knowledge before. They don't even know that there is something called the right application to finances. Do you understand? So you would see a lot of young people in the north, and you would see them with a lot of money living lavish lifestyles. And most of those money, some of them, let me not say most, disclaimer, some of them is family wealth, you know, from one generation to the other, right? And you would find out that most of them had, you know, their fathers and grandfathers trading things like mats, kettles, you know, all of this stuff. Exactly, very expensive, exactly. And they were viral. Almost everybody
for slave
at the time. You know. So there's a lot of transgenerational wealth, but they have never been privy to the knowledge of adequate intelligence in managing these finances, and that's where we come in.
Amazing.
You know, we've been exposed by virtue of course, knowledge and association. You know, my association with Go Learn has exactly. You know, so we now take it upon ourselves, and you know, as much as possible, one youth after the other, you know, we try to educate and let them know that, okay, there are certain ways you can have money, but then how do we keep the money? How do we sustain it?
How do we multiply?
How do we multiply it? Exactly. So that's what we do.
About your, what's the name of your brand over there?
The Rich Young Ruler.
Oh,
that's the name.
That's
the name
for the brand.
That's the name.
So tell us about what you guys do. I mean, maybe somebody from the Jersey, from the north is listening, and they want to come up. They want to know more about what you guys do. They want to join. Tell us more about it.
Well, basically, what we do is just as we're discussing here, financial literacy. Financial literacy, but I'm a professional forex trader. I have like about 8 years of experience trading the market, of course, with Xness, none other.
Amazing.
You know, and so I focus personally on forex trainings. Now, a lot of people want to make money trading forex, and you know, the biggest killer of forex trader is lack of knowledge. Right? So we've paid the price, and we give adequate knowledge into the market. You know, how to trade, and then we guide you on, you know, until you get profitable and you can stand on your feet.
Do you think the young people are showing interest? How is the turnout of young people in learning it?
Oh, well, I would say there is a lot of interest, but the consistency to continue is usually where the problem is.
Do you think they are well educated enough to even say they want to go through it? Because I know that I'm a forex trader myself. I know that forex can come to a point where it's very technical, and do you think lack of education can affect the knowledge of forex?
Very much so. In fact, I think that is the major setback to forex, lack of education. And the people there...
I mean, standard education. Like, you know, academic background, you know, because for someone that has an academic background, who has gone through school, might have a persistent spirit and ability to continue even when the lesson gets tough, because they have been through school, they've passed, they've done exam. What do you think that's how that can affect?
I think you saying it this way actually now begins to make sense, that can actually be a very good factor, right? So we're not exclusively saying a forex trader must be one who has had formal education. However, formal education, passing through the systems of formal education, would have a way of beating you into shape, so that when you come to the challenges that's associated with forex trading, you will still be able to do stuff. So yeah, I think it has some influence to do. Yeah, it has some influence.
And it's not like the education level there is really, really high. Is it high?
It's relative, really.
Formal education.
Formal education. It's not so high as it were in comparison to the South and the West. But in recent times, there's been a lot of intervention programs, and you know, to try to augment for all of those inconsistencies.
I really think that there's a lot of opportunities in the North.
Oh yes, there is.
I really think even in the financial markets and the trading space and the educational space, because it's going to be a major breakthrough when we have people that are technology inclined, you know, and then we have more web designer from there. But I really say that a lot of people come to the South, I mean down South or to the West for that education. People who are really passionate about it.
Yeah.
But I think you people can, I mean, I believe you people will come up to the point where, I mean, there will be an extension of maybe formal education in the technology world, maybe digital skills. Are you looking into that?
Eventually, it's one stone at a time.
Definitely.
It's one stone at a time. So definitely, that's the big vision. You know, and we're working towards it.
Amazing.
The challenges, obviously, over there are more. than we would find down south, you know, because they are more prone to be inclined towards that. Most of these people are locals who have been accustomed to a particular lifestyle, culture, and religion that merges at one. Both their lifestyle, their culture, and their religion is the same. That's one thing.
They are predominantly Muslim?
Oh, of course, of course. So the lifestyle, the culture, the tradition, and the religion all centers around one thing, you know. So not necessarily trying to break that jinx or stereotype, but then extending it to show that you can also, with what you have, you can still extend and make good use and make do with, you know, the technological opportunities that there are. It's been a very hectic task. I'm not gonna lie. It's been a task.
I can understand.
Yeah, but one step at I'm a northerner myself.
Oh.
You know, yeah.
Just speak Hausa.
Oh, fluently.
Suno ka. Suno.
Me sunana?
I cannot sunana. I cannot sunana. But I love the Hausa language.
Of course, it's a beautiful language. The culture too is beautiful.
Yeah.
You know, so I think one of the advantages with me and my people and the things we're doing there is that we've broken the barrier, the language barrier. So we can communicate fluently
with them
in their tongue.
Oh yeah.
You know, and then we can now tell them, okay, let's do this one step at a time. We don't need to teach them the very technical stuff yet.
Yeah.
Get the basics, and then we begin building from there.
What do you think is the biggest challenge for you trying to teach people in the North financial education?
I would say accessibility, and this is why.
Okay.
There is a lot of discouragement by the environment itself. There's one thing that stands, especially in where I base, Jos Plateau State.
Okay.
It is usually said that Jos is a city that is not in a hurry. Nobody is in a hurry there, you know. So if you're doing well, good for you. The person who is not, he doesn't care really. So long as he has, you know,
basic things,
he really doesn't care.
Unlike Lagos, yeah, where everybody's in a hurry.
Exactly, you know.
I'm sorry, Lagos.
Just it's a very, very beautiful town, yes. But then when it comes to finances, it's kind of slow. So that accessibility to try to, because before we impart knowledge, we must first get their minds right.
So consider that they are not hungry, like they are not hungry for,
I think I would rather say their hunger is rising.
It's rising.
Yeah.
So let's keep it at that.
Yeah, let's keep it at that. Their hunger is rising.
So you mean that accessibility to them, like even their willingness and then their readiness to want to even learn.
The continuity is where usually the problem is. Continuity.
Would you say that there's a lot of cyber crimes that goes there?
Oh no.
Yahoo boys there.
If there's one thing about the North is that still in comparison now, right? In comparison, of course, there's one or two bad eggs, but in comparison to this other side of the country, the North is really sanitized of cyber crimes and not to insinuate anything, but most of the cyber crime activities that would happen in the North are not carried out by Northerners. I say no more.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they are not carried out by Northerners.
So can we say that is an expression of the infusion of the culture and religion?
Yes, definitely, because the culture in the North instills morals, good morals, both the Muslim and the Christian culture in the North. One thing you can vouch for is that they instill good morals. So some of these things are quite unnecessary. In fact, to an extent, some of the laxity in the pursuit for financial freedom came from the indoctrinations of our religions in the North. Oh. Yes. So there is this thing where they tell you just live a moderate life, no need to go after worldly things, and you know, so it's there. And so they are not really concerned about many of these basic needs, food, clothing, shelter. They are good. They are good. You know. So that is somewhat of a blessing, yes. So it keeps them at bay from doing some of this, engaging in some of these crimes. But it also now becomes a menace because there is no hunger to yearn for more and do good stuff. Not doing more well. Even the state, the community, the town. Of course, the development will be very. Most of the a trend in just Plateau State is that most of the developments that we've seen there, maybe let's say 60% or 70% of it are not owned by Plateau State indigenes. Wow. Yeah. They're from outside. People outsiders come and, you know, they make good use of the opportunities there. But I feel like the Plateau populace is coming up too. Amazing. I'll give it a few years with what we're doing there. So what do you think, I mean, what do you think is going to be like the fate of, because so do you think, so I'm seeing just now as a fertile land. It is. For kind of education. It is. If you are to switch the people, you want to change something about the people that can help them to really help you to achieve what you want to achieve in terms of education for them, what is that thing you have wanted to change? That's one. Number two, do you think government is really supporting this level of education also? How is the government reacting to it? Are they even making efforts? Can I answer the second question first? Yeah, go ahead. The government has tried their best. You know, there is something in Jos, and I think I would want to put it out on public record. A particular person in Jos that I would want to give his flowers at this time, the person of Prince Pomfa Mary. He has taken it upon himself to, you know, bring up something called the Code Plateau. Teaching young people for free technology, you know, coding, programming, social media for free. And he strived alone, of course with his team, but as the spearhead, to get all the support he could from the state government. It was very hard because, I mean, I was there through, I saw some of the processes. It was hard. It was very hard. But so far, so good. They've trained about 6 different cohorts. And they are doing amazingly well. So the state government, yes, is coming to begin to support the youth, you know, in stuff like this. And it's part of the things that we're looking at the Rich Young Ruler too. You know, where we can say, okay, there is, we want to do some financial symposiums, you know, state-backed, you know, backed by the state government. And, you know, we've already started working towards that. It would really be lovely to have government, you know, back events up, so like that. So yeah, I think that the government is, you know, they could do better, but they are doing. We cannot deny their sweet influence on the community of the youth and empowerment in Plateau State. Talking about what I would see to change first, if there was a way we could turn the minds of these people to understand the value that is in all of these things that we're preaching to them. If there was a way we could just turn their minds, so that's the first thing I would do. You know, before even giving them the knowledge, the mindset has to be right. Exactly, they have to know that this is something that is needed and needed urgently at that. Yeah. Well, so that means I'm happy to discover the problem. So that means that there should be more creation of awareness, and the few people who are even doing well should make it obvious, and then show that, I mean, let them know that these things work and that things can be better. So I mean, that's a good one. So what would you like to say? I mean, just give us give our people a word of advice, and just put a good will out there. Well, first off, I would want to commend you, sir. Right, and the entire Go Learn team. Thank you. The work that you people are doing really inspires us over there to know that it can be replicated, and this is the push that we need most of the times. You know, we just need to make reference. And talking, I think I should say one last thing about this awareness you spoke about, and I should just put it out there. We found a way, I and a few of my partners in Jos, you know, to make people more aware of financial liberation, literacy, and, you know, see how we can even give them an opportunity to flex their financial muscles, to grow financially. And so I and the Money Mechanic, another brand in Jos, we've come together and we have put together a tour. Right, reaching out to youths in particular places, and we're starting from the church. Let's Go Kingdom.
Yeah.
Right. So we've put together a church tour this October and November. So basically, we have churches reaching out to us. Telling us, okay, so we can provide the avenue. We can put our youths together. We can put our people together. Come talk to them. Right. And so far, so good. We have about 15 churches that we're going to. It's going to be packed 2 months. The next 2 months is going to be filled up, you know, and you know, we're onto that. And I think that's one of the major reasons I'm at the Ibadan Finance Conference. Let's get the apparatus right.
No problem. No problem. We are also, I mean, at Golen, financial education is key to us. We are very keen about it. And in any way we can support, I'm sure that we'll be willing to make ourselves available. And thank you for coming all the way from Jos. Thank you so much. This means a lot to us. And on behalf of the entire team, we are saying thank you to the young ruler. And we are giving a shout out to the people in Jos. Hello, Jos. Plateau, Jos. How are you guys doing? Thank you so much. We know that it might be slow, but we are happy that it's steady. And it's just a matter of time that Jos is going to be taking over for financial freedom and education. And we believe that it's going to happen through our people here and the rich young ruler and every other aspiring young people out there. So thank you so much for your time. It was good having you here.
Thank you.
Thank you. So until next time again, my name is Oluboripo, founder of Golen, and this is the Money Talk Podcast. See you next time. Bye.